Welcome to News Insight. Mr. Philip, a kind of black Christmas in a village in Sokoto, bombed by the military. Military have their own side of the story. The villagers have their own side of the story. The governor, the local government chairman, they all have their own story. What do you have to say?
Happy Boxing Day.
Thank you. Yes. You brought my boxes?
Yeah, your boxes are there.
Okay.
You just go and open and you have some good gifts for yourself.
Okay.
It's interesting, because we've been complaining about insecurity, and Nigeria has been saddled with insecurity. Before now, this Northwest has been very peaceful, especially the Sokoto houses of the Northwest. There hadn't been any kind of insecurity. Not up to recently that a group came up and tagged themselves as the Kukwara's group of terrorists. And this army, the army under President Bola Tinubu had been very proactive. And what I read on the news was that the army carried out a holistic, intelligent gathering about these people. And it was positively ascertain that these people are hiding in a forest in that region. And the village is in that forest. It's in that forest. They are not elsewhere. Okay? And like in the military panel, there's no Christmas, there's no public holiday. They work all this. Anytime they can carry out the action. So there's nothing black about the Christmas. You see, like the army spokesman said, the terrorists also have a way of shunning out, information that misinform the public. We need to know what happened. What we have seen so far, the army have done their job.
Okay. Kingsley, there's something peculiar in that statement. Yeah. The statement by the villagers that they are a peace-loving people. But from intelligence gathering, we get to find out that the village and the terrorist operating area, the forest where they reside, is intertwined. Yeah. How can we separate this?
Army did not deny that the villagers are not peace-loving people. Nigerians in general are peace-loving people.
Yes.
The problems we have are not the villagers.
Yes.
The problems Army have are the problems Nigerians have, and they are the terrorists.
Yes.
So Army or military in general gather their intelligence,
yes,
which takes time, takes resources, and is very risky.
Yes.
Gathering intelligence is very risky, and did their reconnaissance survey and carried out their operation at the time they think they're going to get their target, and they got it right. We know military's office, we have their official spokesperson, yes, who has spoken, and they said the operation was successful. So, you do not have anyone speaking for the terrorists. As a matter of fact, the first time hearing somebody like Gumi saying, the military should go against them.
In fact, I was coming to that. We've never heard Gumi say, they always say, let's negotiate.
Exactly.
But for the first time,
Gumi is saying that army should and the military should go ahead.
When you say nobody speak for the terrorists, for me, the villagers are speaking for the terrorists.
Exactly. You see, let me tell you why I can't agree with him. The village and the forest are pari passu. How can the villagers, we know the antecedents, right? Game plan of the terrorists. First of all, they mingle among villagers and they operate from there. They subdue them and they make them pay allegiance to them.
And let me tell you,
yes,
army or the military are not ignorant of all these devices and all these schemes.
Exactly.
They went beyond that.
Yes.
They understood that. They studied that and carried out the operation.
Exactly.
And said the operation is successful.
Exactly.
Whatever they need to. See, Nigeria has been under siege for too long.
Exactly.
We have suffered for too long under the hands of these miscreants and bandits and terrorists. Whatever the army needs to do to eliminate these people, I think Nigerians are standing with them. If they choose to do it on the Christmas day, so be it.
Yes.
To some, to the terrorists and those who suffered any kind of damage or maybe any kind of collateral damage, which can be ruled out, sometimes it happens.
Yes.
It's going to be black.
Yes.
But to the greater Nigerians and to the army who knew what they committed into the operation and the operation came out successful, it's actually a white
Another
Christmas.
thing that catches my attention, Barrister Philip, is the fact that the governor the local government chairman are saying that that's a peace-loving community. There is no record that they have ever been to that part of Sokoto State. How can they ascertain and give affirmative answers that these are peace-loving environments?
Okay, it may also interest you that it's not only the governor of Sokoto State,
Yes,
not the chairman, even the Minister of Employment and Labour was there, and the chairman of APC Sokoto State.
yes.
You see, these are gimmick, like you said. And in the write-up, he said that even with the difficult terrain, they were there to condole with the people and partake in the funeral of the 10 persons that were dead. You know, this thing is in fact, it's becoming very interesting. Because it's when we say that this thing that happened in the northern part of this country, they don't just happen. Because in 2010, 2011, I can't remember precisely, when the Chibok story happened.
Yes.
We can't imagine that the northerner that we say that they are educationally backward, about 200-something girls were in the school preparing for science courses, examination,
yes.
and they were all kidnapped. And there were a security report at that time that says that it is not safe. The president reached out to the governor, who is now the vice president,
yes.
but he ignored the advice of the federal government. And at the end of the day, they were the one that sing ladder of what has happened in Chibok. This has happened again.
And they are taking
they are not saying that, oh, it's a mistake, unavoidable mistake that the military should have avoided. But we are going there to see if this mistake will not repeat itself in the future. So what are they telling us?
Okafor, don't you think that this group of persons, whether it's the minister, whether it's the APC chairman, whether it's the governor, whether it's the local government chairman, should have reached out to the military, which are saddled with security standards? They have intelligence gathering. They should have liaised with them and hear from them first before they go on air to say that this is a peace-loving community.
Yeah, we have no evidence that they didn't do that.
Because what they said was that...
Yeah, they could say anything. Let me tell you, see, this is governance. And this is also politics.
Yes.
They could reach out to the military and also want to play to the galleries because of their base. Governors do that a lot because of the temperature of their people. They do that a lot. But I keep telling them this is security. And the authorities saddled with the power and
yes.
the commitment and the duty
yes.
to ensure that Nigerians are secured.
As a sovereign state.
As a sovereign state has reported
yes.
that they didn't go after the villagers.
Yes.
Okay? We shouldn't take side that they didn't go after the villagers.
They went after the
we are thinking that these villagers is equal to the terrorists. It could be that the villagers are here and the terrorists have camped around or in them or within them or something. But the military identified a target which they said is notorious and known. They say a known camp. And they decided to...
And it's a new group that just came up.
And
they say they are deadly.
So it is known, and the military decided to do what? Let me tell you, I'm one of those that blame military for coming to checkpoint and be asking people to kneel down, do frog jump, and do all that.
When
there are terrorists somewhere, now they went after the terrorists.
Not within
as a known camp.
Yes.
And they have done their job, and you want us to not take that report. Anybody could say any other thing. They are free. Anybody could say any other thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But military is telling you and warning people to make sure they follow a documented. The reconnaissance survey was documented.
Yeah.
Their intelligence gathering was documented.
Yeah.
The operation was documented. They are not denying the operation.
Exactly.
So what do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want to pamper the terrorists?
Exactly.
Are you not tired?
Yes.
Are they not the same people crying foul that terrorists has taken over their bush, their farmer couldn't go to farm, that Sokoto that used to be peaceful? Now the military are taking steps to get rid of the terrorists from Sokoto State so that your farmer can farm in peace. You are singing a different song. I mean, like he said, the military is doing their job. They should be encouraged and they should be commended. They should do more. They should do more of their intelligence gathering and carry out their operation. And it should be targeted at the terrorists, and they should be exterminated so that we can for once have peace in this country. Not only in Sokoto State, all over the country.
In Kebbi, because between that Sokoto and Kebbi axis, there have been some menace.
Yeah, that Shagari has this.
Exactly, and you know, because of some solid minerals, excavation and all that, a lot of known names have come out that they are supporting these people.
We are not ignorant of the fact that sometimes you might have issues of collateral damage and something. It happens. But I think the military are saddled with the duty to ensure that whenever they are carrying out the operation, civilian casualties should be zero or minimized to the bare minimum.
Except they are found to be conniving.
Yeah, that's why they say bare minimum. Yeah. I mean, once you are a conniver, you are no longer a civilian. You are a terrorist. If you are conniving, you are a terrorist.
That's my point.
If you are aiding and abetting terrorists, you are a terrorist.
Their criminal activity.
As a matter of fact, if you are knowingly forming a shed to the terrorists, you are a terrorist.
Because you see, terrorists don't enter any community or this bandit and leave it the way it is. They go there, they take over operations, and they now make laws that the people are now subject to them. So if the leader of the community is now coming out, he didn't even talk anywhere. We are peace-loving people.
We begin to take it that the leader of community spoke for this community, and we are not going to deny for him whatever he decides to speak for them. That is his own report. The military has also given their own report. And Nigerians didn't give the duty of securing Nigeria to the leader of the community. Nigerians give the duty of securing Nigeria to the military.
I think the most amazing thing that I've seen in recent time is what's his name? This Islamic cleric Gumi saying that this particular group should be checkmated immediately
because they know it's a good book.
Maybe Gumi is not seeing them as speaking for negotiating and talking nonsense.
And we all listen to him
talking nonsense for a while. Nobody felt he needed to be checkmated.
The cleric could be saying that he will negotiate with terrorists.
Going back to the village leaders speaking indirectly in favor of the terrorists, because what he has said, his village is peace-loving and they believe in peace. In peace with who? With the terrorists or with Nigeria? That is why.
Or with the police. Have you ever had any issue with the police or military?
Coming to the local government chairman saying that, we're assessing the situation and we're yet to ascertain what. That's another one. Then the governor of Sokoto State and the minister of employment and labor and then the APC chairman, with that, promptly they just moved. And were they expecting the news?
Exactly.
So, like he said, and you also said, why don't they cross-check with the military?
Authority that is saddled with intelligence gathering.
The military said everything they did is documented. So they have evidence to show that before they carried out this operation, they had 100% information and confirmed that this place is being occupied by the terrorists. Well, and like he said, he said it all. In every military operation, it's always casualty.
Yes.
Either on the side of the military or on the civilians. Yes. So if actually I'm not saying that they did lost 10%, they actually lost 10%. Sorry, it's the part of what the price with Nigerian.
I would even know if it is if the people that they lost are terrorists. Well, we will keep tab on this. We will keep tab on this information as the news is chunking out. We'll be getting back to you on this operation. We will be right back.